Let's pay homage to the lineage gurus. Homage to the Venerable Mang Liao Ming. Homage to Master Sakya Zhengkong. Homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa. And homage to Master Dubden Darji. Homage to the rituals of the altar. Homage to the main deity of Homa today. From the Crystal Palace, the dragon riding white Shambhala. Sumo, Danchen Katso, Tatan City. All Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma instructors, Dharma tutors, temple directors, and all disciples present here and over the internet. Good afternoon, everyone. How do you do?
Hola amigo. Que quiero mucho. Sugoi. Ichiba. Kimoji. Jimmy. Yapi. Pring pring. Konnichiwa. 现在通知大家。
First, I would like to announce
下个礼拜天
for next Sunday,
是8月20
which is August 20th,
8月20下午3点 p.m.
at Sunday at 3 p.m.
是千手千眼观世
There would be 1000
护摩法会。
thousand-eyed Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva's Homa.
观世音菩萨护摩法会。观世音菩萨的化身非常的多。
There are numerous manifestations of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva or Guan Yin canon.
就是千手千眼观世音菩萨。
And first in the list, it would be the 1000-armed, 1000-eyed Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. And the mudra of the 1000-armed, 1000-eyed Avalokitesvara mudra. Namo Sammanto Motoram Vajra Tammo Se 他的行咒咒轮 that's his heart mantra.
最主要的种子日
And the sixth syllable is Xie,
白色的血
white Xie.
千手千眼观世音菩萨。
This is the 1000-armed, 1000-eyed Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. The Grand Master had a vision of him many times during my 1000 Dhamma vessel Bardu deliverances. He would manifest the 1000 arms to support the Bardu deliverance of the 1000 Dhamma vessels. It's a very supreme deity. So Avalokitesvara is first and in the list with 1000 arms and 1000 eyes. That's next Sunday for the Homa fire offering ceremony. Just now, the dragon riding white Shambhala pointed to the numbers.
哇，小号都没有哎，全部都是大号。
They're all big numbers.
什么？1、2、3，有重复的吗？怎么有一个重复的呢？
How come they're duplicates?
一般的号码是几号？1、2、3、4、5、6。
How many numbers?
只是了9个号码。
There are 9 numbers
对吗？
altogether.
刚刚这一段时间里面，他指示了9个号码。
During this time, he pointed to 9 numbers.
他真的自己动了，因为我
It really moved by itself.
刚刚
When I
那个
walked there,
那个船，它是靠在这里的。
the boat was
已经跑到别的地方。
on one side, and when I came
它是船是自己。
made around, and the boat moved to the other place. So it moved by
这
itself.
号码还是不要报的好。
So maybe better if I don't publicize the numbers.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9，9个号码。
9 numbers.
你们加拿大有乐透吗？
Do you have lottery in
加拿大
Canada?
乐透是几个号码？
How many numbers
6个。
in it? 6.
那美国呢？
America?
也是6个。
Also 6 numbers.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9，只是9个。
But he pointed to 9 numbers.
那叫我们猜啊。
So he is asking us to guess
不要
then?
报好这个号码。
Maybe better not to announce it then.
你们要的话，偷偷去问那个莲燕上师。
If you want the numbers, you can just ask Master Lien Yen privately.
"刚刚那个祁隆白财神
Just now,
他
the
下来，
White Jambala
周围呢
descended,
追随了
and around him
12个手印天女，
there were 12
12个手印
mudra
天女，
goddesses descending together.
所以他那个下来的时
So
候看到
I saw them descending the
然
White
后它降在
Jambala
我身上，
and descended upon my
我的
body,
周围有
and
12个手
around
印天
me
女，
there are
12
12
个手印天女，
mudra
每个手
goddesses,
印天女呢，
and every one
稍
of
微
them
指示了一下手印，
showed a little bit of a mudra.
手结的手印，
Therefore, the mudras that I formed
不
today
是我所学的那些手印。
were not the typical mudras that I've formed and learned.
那手印
So some
天女
mudras
下来
were very
配
special,
合着
rather
祁
special.
隆白财神的咒音所结出来的手印。
So they formed the mudras following the rhythm
啊
of
今天
the
祁隆白财神
mantra chanting.
确实有下来，
And today, White Jambala did descend,
跟着他
and also accompanied by 12 goddesses.
所以手结的手印呢
So the mudras that I
是
formed
不太
today
一样，
were rather
手印
different,
结手印
and they were
不
formed
一样，跟
following
是
the
手
rhythm of
结的
the
手印
mantra
不同
chanting, and they were rather different from the ones I typically form.
啊。
So I'd like to let you know.
所以他确实有下来，
But he did descend,
而
He did
且
come.
很灵验的。
and he's
可
very
是今天
responsive.
好像
But it's a pity
去
that
的人好像是寥寥，
the primary supplicants were few,
少
were very little,
少。
very few, very few.
广东话怎么讲？
How do you say it in Cantonese?
少少。 一小袋而已啊。
A small bag
一小袋的这个黄金色
of gold.
总是一小袋的放在你哪里？小袋的不算了。
Place a small bag with you? No, that doesn't count. Has to be a big bag.
省的时候都降下金块。
Usually for jambalas, we have piles of gold bars as many as a mountain, as big as a mountain. But you're not primary supplicant and you dare to speak up? It's good enough that you have something, though. That's good. Today, the white jambala especially descended upon my body. And the 12 mudra goddesses surrounded us. So offering to him is rather special. First, you have to have the bath water, 7 cups of bathing water, and 7 crystals, because he lived in the crystal palace. In the pyramid shape, I think. And his offerings are 2 whites and 3 sweets. 1 white flour, and white milk. Those are the 2 whites. And the 3 sweets are crystal sugar, cane sugar, or brown sugar, white sugar, crystal sugar, or rock sugar, and honey. So white sugar, rock sugar or crystal sugar, and syrup sugar or honey kind of. And then you can also offer other offerings like the incense, lamb, fruit, flower, tea. The 5 offerings, or the 7 and 8 offerings as other supplementary offerings. But the most important one is the 7 cups of bathing water, 7 crystals, white crystals. And in between the bath water, you place the crystal to form an orb, like a semicircle, and then you place other offerings around it. To ask for wealth, there would be a real sign. And we have someone who won lottery by practicing the white jambala, and that person is not with us now. They especially focus on white jambala practice. And some people won lottery by practicing Manohara, and then some people won lotteries by practicing the instant money of Golden Mother, or the red jambala, or yellow jambala. So many people have won many prizes, and also for White Jambala. So he pointed to 9 numbers. So you have to get rid of 3 numbers. That would be quite a guess then. So we should ask him not to give too many numbers, just 6. So he rides on the green dragon. Xiaoming asked Dad, why did you name my elder sister's name Imus? And Dad said, because your mom loves Imus, the brand name, but she can't afford it because she's always wanted the Imus bag. So that's why she named the sister Imus. And Xiaoming said, oh, I see. Thanks, Dad. But my name is... Ferrari. My English name is Ferrari, and that's why now I know. Because the dad loves Ferrari and the mom loves brand name bag. The teacher asked me, Xiaoming, what is your wish? And Xiaoming replied, I wish that you don't tell me to get out. And the teacher said, okay, I won't do that in the future. And Xiaoming said, that's nice, thank you, you're kind. Then I will not put the chalk powder inside your teacup. And the husband got drunk and got home late at night and was very anxious and woke up the wife. We have ghosts in the house. What's going on? You know, when I go to the bathroom and when I open the door, lights is on. And then did you feel really cold breeze? Yes, that's why they're ghosts. Why didn't you tell me? And the wife slapped him. And this is my last warning. If you pee inside the fridge again, I will kill you. The son is watching TV with his dad, and then all of a sudden the main male character kneeled down and proposed to the female character. Xiaoming asked, so did you kneel when you proposed to mom? And dad said, no. And why? Because mom said, no need to kneel because you'll have lots of opportunities to kneel in the future. Now we'll do the Q&A. Question from Singapore. In Hoa Hui An. Precious Grandmaster, how do you do? Peace be with you. I would like to ask a few questions, not just one. Let me first list several possibilities for early departure from the human life or realm. For mundane beings through suicide or euthanasia, and 2 for advanced spiritual cultivators by guiding the life chi through the apex or manifesting rainbow light transformation. 3rd, for those that cannot be saved in emergencies, so emergency medical care was relinquished, such as intubation or tracheotomy, and those with terminal ailment with no cure or no resources, so and they abandoned further treatment. The question is, so is it true that only the first method would result in negative consequences and continuously reappearing at the scenes of death? So suicide and euthanasia will lead to bad karma.
这个大概就是你问的这个问题哈。自杀
Suicide.
一直重现死亡的情形。
So the scene will keep reappearing after death.
自杀会产生恶果。
The first one, suicide, can generate a bad retribution, and the scene of the suicide will continually repeating.
他如果是跳楼。
Say, if you are reincarnated, if you jump off a building and being reincarnated as a human being, then he would be handicapped. Or missing limbs or soft bone syndrome, those kind of symptoms, according to what I know, like if you jump off the building. If you commit suicide by hanging yourself, and when you are reincarnated, you would become a mute, so you cannot speak. So if you die by being hanged, then you would be a mute. 3rd, if you cut your wrist to commit suicide, then you would not have complete limbs. But the ones jumping off the building would be worse, would be handicapped, or like Down syndrome. So it even affects your future reincarnations. If you are hang yourself, you would become a mute. Many of these cases. If you take poisons, please guide what would happen if someone takes poisons to kill themselves.
他想吃毒药的种类很多。
There are many kinds.
脑部受伤。
Sometimes you would have brain injury at birth,
还有的呢
and some
聋跟哑
would be
这个
blind, deaf, and mute.
还有的呢，他的五
And
脏
some
会器官会有问题。
they would have problems with their organs
还有小脑萎缩
or shrunk brain, etc. That's due to the poisons.
不是只有一样的。
Many different kinds, not just one.
这个自杀的哈。
That's for those who commit suicide.
第二个。
The second question.
他第二个问题，如果仅从心念考虑，这四种方式，
If we consider only the mindset,
提前离开人间，
all these four methods is just to die prematurely. So, in what ways do these methods differ? That the karmic retributions differ greatly between spiritual cultivators and mundane beings. But cultivators are different because when they die or when they leave the world, they are with a clear light radiance. But the first one is darkness. Of course, the karmic retributions are different. And third, if an advanced spiritual cultivator encounters an accident and cannot complete the action of guiding the life energies out through the apex and passes away while being unconscious, so can they regain their consciousness after death? So it's like, you practice really well, and then, but there's an accident, and then where would happen? So dying. What is question? What is an advanced practitioner? So people who practice really well, but they have an accident. So the soul or the spirit is still so you still have control or self-mastery of your soul or spirit. So if you are an adept and you practice really well, even during accident, you can still control yourself. That's the answer given. Guru Tsongkhapa had attainment during Bardo because only during, as a Bardo spirit, you transform the consciousness to have attainment. Because Tsongkhapa perform a single body practice. Tsongkhapa. Tsongkhapa practice a single body practice, not following Nyingmapa tradition or Kagyupa tradition, where they perform dual body practice, and also in the Sakya tradition. But Guru Tsongkhapa emphasized on precepts, because during his era, the precepts were very chaotic, and many spiritual cultivators misuse the dual body practice and got all messed up. Actually, it's very difficult to be qualified to perform dual body practice. The two requirements: one is that you have attained the complete fruition of non-leakage, and second is to have full comprehension of the empty nature. These are the two key requirements, but also many other requirements. So the two key requirements is to be non-leaking and to have comprehended and proven the empty nature. However, during that era, everybody misused the dual body practice and became very chaotic. So Guru Tsongkhapa emphasized precepts. That's why the Gelugpa, the yellow sack, is most important. Emphasize precepts the most close to the lesser vehicle tradition. He's very disciplined and strict about the precepts. Because at that time, by that time, the precepts of the Tibetan Buddhism became very chaotic, very. So people actually not performing the dual body practice, but just doing a lot of sexual misconducts. So Guru Tsongkhapa revolutionized it, and therefore put great emphasis on precepts. Even practices in a single body, and if you do it with the Dakini, that's also considered dual body practice. It's not the human Dakini, but it's a heavenly celestial Dakini, and that's also considered dual body practice. So if you perform it with the sky Dakini, then that's also considered dual body practice. I will talk about it later. The daughter told the mom, "Today the scammers cheated me of $300. So did you tell the police?" But the policeman told me that they only accept reports of $3,000 and above. Well, so you can't get $300 back. Don't worry. So I give the scammer another $2,700, and now it's $3,000, and now I can report it to the police. Xiaoming told his dad, "If I'm first in class, what would you do?" Dad said, "Oh, I would be so happy that I can die." And Xiaoming said, "No worries, I won't let you die." Now let's discuss Vimalakirti Sutra. The one from yesterday is not here. I'd like to continue talking about yesterday, but I'm so thirsty. Let me take a sip of water. How come today I have such a dry throat? I don't usually drink any water. Frankly speaking, Saturday, yesterday, I was discussing the passage about Ananda and Vimalakirti. And the 10 great disciples have been explained completely. And we've talked about all of them. The preceding 9 great disciples of the 10 great disciples, I'd agree, but I disagree with this one about Ananda, because he said that Sakyamuni Buddha is a Dharma body and therefore it's a Vajra body, and all evils have been cut off, and it's a body free from defilements. Then how could he be sick? So I would like to ask Vimalakirti then, but you were sick too, because the sutra came because you were sick, and then in order to visit you, and yet you talk about Sakyamuni Buddha, so we can ask the same question. How could you be ill? And you're a layman and you're a human body, in a human body, and the same is Sakyamuni Buddha, right? Sakyamuni Buddha also has a human body, physical body. And you said that Sakyamuni body is not a desirous body, therefore cannot be ill. But Sakyamuni Buddha, when talking about his past lives, he did say that in the past lives, he was once part of the Sakya clan. With the Sakya clan on the beach, they caught a huge fish, and that was the past life of Liu Li Wang. Liu Li Wang is king. So Sakyamuni Buddha ate that fish. So in the past life, Sakyamuni Buddha was a kid. So he climbed up on the fish and hit his head. But that was the past life. And therefore, when he was reincarnated as Sakyamuni Buddha, he had a migraine. And because of this ailment, he was teaching about the past life, that because he hit the head of the fish who reincarnated later as King Liu Li, that's why in this lifetime he had migraine. So that's also a kind of ailment, right? So why did Vimalakirti say that Buddha is free from all ailments and illnesses? And even Chakravartin is free from illnesses. How can it be? Kings in the world are free from illnesses? That's impossible. So who is the Chakravartin on earth now? So you can say it's Biden. Well, he almost fell climbing the stairs. And then he would bump into things and wobble. So he had no illness? Of course he does. How about Trump? When he was president, the same, he got COVID-19. How could they not have any illnesses? Of course they do. Being old, of course, is inundated with sicknesses, and Sakyamuni Buddha also had a lot of digestive problems. He went into parinirvana because he had food poisoning. The ironsmith made offering to him, and he ate the wrong food, and he could not get back. So under the sala trees, the double sala trees, he got dehydrated and left the world. And prior, he asked Ananda to get some water from the Ganges River, but there were merchants crossing, and the water became very turbid and could not get any water. So he came back with an empty bowl. So Sakyamuni Buddha did not get any water. And so he passed away from food poisoning and dehydration. So how could there be no ailment? Of course they have ailments. So is this right that Vimalakirti said this? Just drinking milk? Because the Buddha had some ailments. Maybe he just caught a cold and just feel thirsty like myself now. So I just want to take a sip. My body is not bad, but when I'm thirsty, then of course I need to drink. I just showed it to you that I drank earlier. When you're sick, you have to take medicine. You have to go see the doctors and have a medical checkup. Your blood pressure. I came back because of hypertension. One kind of medicine would let me have diarrhea. The other medicine would let me have swollen legs. Now I take both. Today I take the one for diarrhea. The other day I take the swollen legs. So some slight swell in my legs and face, but I have no diarrhea already, and a little bit sometimes. So I mix them. I mix both. Morning, I take the one that causes swelling, and at night I take the one that caused diarrhea, and then it became normal. Not too heavy, not too skinny. So you need to know to take medicine. You have to take medicine. And also medicine management, PhD, right here. So I mixed them. I invented it myself. One hypertension medication would cause severe swelling, but now just a little bit of swelling, and before made me have severe diarrhea, now just a little bit. And it sounds like sister-in-law, it's just a pun. And Vimalakirti said, he regarded that Sakyamuni Buddha is a Dharma body. And of course, yes, Dharma body has no ailments. That's right. Because the Dharma bodies has no forms and no phenomena. Of course, there are no ailments. Nothing, no ailments, no afflictions can attach to. No attachments can attach to the Dharma body, and Grandmaster too have Dharma bodies. And Grandmaster's Dharma bodies, not just around Grandmaster, they exist all over the world. Sakyamuni Buddha too has Dhamma bodies. He could give Dhamma teaching in the Grahakuta and at the same time emanated a Dhamma body at the Sri Danyakataka Stupa in South India and transmitted Kalachakra Dharma. So he emanated body to the King Suchand of King of Sambala, a transmission of the Kalachakra Dharma. So that's a Dhamma body that he emitted. And his Dhamma bodies can also deliver his beloved concubine Yasudhara, or his Dhamma body could go here and there. And Ananda heard the sound of the birds crowing at the vulture peak. And Sakyamuni Buddha from his cave extended his hand, passing through all the caves and the mountains, and touch Ananda's head and say, "Please don't be fearful, I am right here by your side." So he could do that. So Sakyamuni Buddha has Dharma bodies. He could do those all over the places. And his Dhamma bodies are pure with no form and no phenomena. And because Dhamma bodies have no forms and no phenomena, then of course attachments, afflictions, and ailments cannot attach to. Because afflictions are also called leakage. And when you have complete outflow of the leakages of the afflictions, then you have no afflictions whatsoever. But the physical body does have it. But the physical body has no 5 desires. So Sakyamuni Buddha has reached a high realm. So he has no desires, but he has to suffer from ailments. And Grandmaster too has practiced and produced Dhamma bodies. And some of you here have seen the Dhamma bodies. And the Dhamma bodies have actions and have spoken. Although they have no forms and no phenomena, but they can also appear phenomena that shows that is Grandmaster. Not just anybody I point to here, they have seen the Dhamma bodies. But it's better not to point. Then people will start asking all kinds of questions. Should I point to someone here? Should I? Yes or no? Yes. Let me see. Who has seen my Dhamma bodies? Changzi, have you seen? The honest monk? No? You practice so well, how come you haven't seen any? I will show it to you. Anyone that has seen Grandmaster's Dhamma body here? You have? I often see. So, what is he doing? Grandmaster's Dhamma body. Nobody can hear you. Give you this microphone.
拿麦克风给他，好像台上有人看到。
Someone has seen.
我们呢，这个老家在台湾台北，那西门町那边。
My homeland is in Taipei, Taiwan, Ximending. So one day, I saw Grandmaster's Dharma body appearing, anxiously giving blessings, and I didn't know what's going on. And then later, someone said, there are fire on the second floor. So I saw Grandmaster giving blessings anxiously. And the fire got to the neighbor. And so the firemen spray water. And there was no fire. So the fire was only on the neighbors. So Grandmaster went to save us from the fire. And then up here, someone saw Dharma body, and down there. Master Lian Yin, do you want to share?
其实师尊的法身是无所不在的。
Grandmaster's Dharma bodies are everywhere.
这是我刚刚讲过的。
But that's what I said.
我很经常都会，就是如果在第一次看到师尊的法身的时候呢
The first time I saw Grandmaster's Dharma body was many years
我
ago.
上了弥勒佛，上面就是。
I went to the Maitreya Bodhisattva and I was praying. And Grandmaster's Dharma body appeared and spoke many years ago. And then during a Dharma practice at the Seattle Lizang Temple, Grandmaster walked by.
好，那请坐吧。 连续上师要不要讲一下
And Master Lian Xi.
阿弥陀佛，师尊好，大家好。师尊的法身一直在我身上，师尊跟师尊在一起，师尊。
Grandmaster's Dharma body is always around me,
师尊
and teaching me how to practice. And you speak many languages.
法身不一样的。
So the Dharma body is different.
你现在可以站起来讲。 空行母的话
Now, why don't you say the Dakini language again?
空行母的话，他跟你讲话，你跟他讲。
So they speak to you, and you just say the 12 mudra Dakinis.
And takasina, tani kanu mutakara, and takaniti, takomonisicata, tasikaramonana, takonomoditoto, and takonin sitikonato, etakosrimonataco, and takasuminita, tikanum, and takonato, tasicatakumana, taticatakoto.
好，请坐。
Those were spoken by the Dakinis, the 12 mudra goddesses, were all speaking in this kind of language. Then you would ask, then how about Grandmaster? Can you speak the Dakini language? I only say these 3 words.
空行母啊，她不会生病。
dakinis don't get sick. The dakinis in the sky don't get sick. And the heavenly beings in the sky don't get sick. If they don't have physical bodies, they don't get sick. But if you have physical bodies, then you will definitely get sick. So, did Sakyamuni Buddha eat? Yes. He had a bowl. Like he needed some cow's milk, and told Ananda, drinking milk and also eating grains. Because you eat the human food or grains, then you will definitely get sick. The same with Grandmaster. I have Dharma bodies, but all the same, I have ailments too. Because humans eat 5 grains, then of course they get sick. Sometimes the food is disagreeable toward my digestive system. Then you would have bowel problem, or you catch cold and get fever. It's already very rare for me to get sick. I don't, very, very rarely I catch cold. I don't get COVID-19. The painting helper, assistant, PN, Reverend PN. How many times have you got COVID-19? 3 times. When you got infected, you didn't take a break, and you were still in the painting room helping me. And then you cough outside a little bit, and then everybody ran out. Only I stayed in the painting room, and you were there together with me. So I was painting, and you were helping next to me. And yet I was not infected. When COVID-19 was severe, I was in Taiwan, and every time there were tens of thousands of participants in the ceremonies, and everybody's wearing a mask. Only I did not wear any mask. And everybody got it except me. So this is already great. I got it, even wearing masks. The Dharma propagator, but I don't wear masks and I don't get it. But let me tell you, if you're supposed to die, you will die. If you're not supposed to die, you won't die. If you're supposed to get it, then you will get it. Many people come for spiritual consultation, and I never took a break during the COVID-19 pandemic. I always give spiritual consultation every day. And the people who came, not every one of them, but some got COVID-19. And then they told me, Grandmaster, sorry, I found out after consultation, and yet I went. But I still didn't get anything. I didn't feel anything. So that's already very good. Did I ever take a break on a Saturday or Sunday? Never. So when you catch cold, then you have to take a break. Or when you get COVID-19. So how can you still go for spiritual consultation if you get COVID-19? And I didn't wear any masks and I didn't get it, but the people who wear masks, they got it. But will you be sick? Of course, because human beings eat 5 grains, and of course they will be sick. And Sakyamuni Buddha also ate the grains and milk, and of course he could get sick, so Vimalakirti was wrong. So the Dharma body, of course, is all good, and the Vajra body, and of course with boundless blessings, and of course the Dharma body is the sublime body. So how could he say that Sakyamuni Buddha could not get sick? However, there was a sound, a voice in the sky saying that Ananda, just do. Just like the layman said, I, the Buddha, only manifest a small ailment in this impure world of 5 turbidities to teach and deliver sentient beings. So Vimalakirti too, because sentient beings have ailments, that's why I have ailments. That's what Vimalakirti said. And Sakyamuni Buddha said that too. Can said too. Because I'm sick because sentient beings are sick. And I can say that too. I am sick because sentient beings are sick. Because now I'm also in a physical body. But I still have to the 5 desires, the body, wealth, although I don't have much desire, but I still need it. Sensual pleasures, not so attached by it, but still. Name. I don't need any name. I've had enough. I don't need any name. I have nothing to ask. Food, I still have to eat, right? I eat less than most people. I don't eat much. I don't eat much. And sleep, but I do sleep a lot. Every night I sleep at 1:30 a.m. and wake up at 8 a.m. and I would take a nap in the daytime. Yesterday, Saturday night, on the Dharma throne, I went to the one of the 5 non-returning heavens, the heaven of no thoughts, where nothing exists. Did I sleep last night? Please raise your hand if I did not drowse. A little bit. If you think I slept last night, please raise your hand. Not much, not many. And the rest of the people did not see. But did I drop my head? I did a little. How much?
80到90%。
80 to 90%. This low?
有吗？那低的怎么样？这样。
Like this?
腰没有弯。
The back is not stooping, just the head.
背还是直的。
So the back is still upright, but the head is lowered. And then I lifted my head. I went to the heaven of no thoughts, and for that period of time, it was empty. I'm telling you all. So I can say that that period of time was cut off. So we can say that period of time disappeared. That's the samadhi, the realm of samadhi. And then when I gradually lift my head, then my consciousness starts to come back. Then I knew that I was on the Dharma throne. Otherwise, that period of time was completely disappeared, cut off. And no dreams, no nothing, empty. But my Dharma body went to that heaven of no thought. So I'm just talking about this passage about the former 9 great disciples of Sakyamuni Buddha. I found what Vimalakirti said was right, but this part that about Sakyamuni Buddhas in the Saha world, and his body was physical body, although he had cut off the 5 desires, but his body can still be afflicted with ailments. That's why he drinks some cold milk. Such a minor thing. He could not have said about that the Buddha's body is non-leaking. It has complete outflows, no troubles, no afflictions. And this Buddha's body should not fall into changes or should not be affected by time and space. The same for Grandmaster's Dhamma's bodies will not fall into the changing destinies, you know. But the physical bodies is being affected. Like on hot weather, you would feel heat, and cold weather, you would feel cold. When you're thirsty, you would have to drink water. So that means you're affected by the external circumstances. But how about the Dharma bodies? No, they're not affected at all. That's the fact. Not the Dharma bodies, not my Dharma bodies either, would not get sick. And they're ever present. Sakyamuni Buddha's Dharma bodies are the same. And Guru Padmasambhava's too, or Vajrasattva's too. I am often together with them. Guru Padmasambhava and Vajrasattva can enter into my body. Someone saw Guru Padmasambhava entered my body, or saw Vajrasattva entered into my body. And just now, that was White Jambala entering into my body. That's how my body is. But the White Chambala and Vajrasattva and Guru Padmasambhava and my own Dharma bodies are free from ailments. But my body, this physical body, has ailments, cannot be free from illnesses. And I would yawn when I'm tired. But it's still better than other people's bodies. So why did Vimalakirti say this? I have to ask him. So you treated Sakyamuni Buddha's body as a Dharma body. What you said here, then that would be okay. But if you're talking about Sakyamuni Buddha's physical body, then that doesn't work. So, what your reprimands, your rebukes to the other 9 disciples were okay, but not to Ananda. Do you have any opinion? The ambassador. He always wants to speak. Thank you, Grandmaster. Since you allow me to speak, so I just follow your instruction. Vimalakirti Sutra is spoken by Vimalakirti on the great vehicle Dharma. And when Sakyamuni Buddha introduced the Arhats, it was very short, but was talking a lot about the Bodhisattvas, so this was talking about the greater vehicle. So Vimalakirti. So Rahula and Ananda at such time were not Arhats yet. He was still young, Ananda was still young, so he had not reached Arhatship. So I felt that Vimalakirti was testing Ananda using this. So how could Sakyamuni Buddha was sick and Ananda had not reached such a realm. So I'm by the Buddha's side. Have I heard something wrong? So the Buddha said, don't be confused by him. I am a Buddha in the Saha world with a physical body, so it's not Dharma body. Then of course I would show illnesses like having headache and asking Sariputra to give Dharma teaching. Or if when I'm sick, I ask Ananda to lay down a rope so that I can lie down. So it's very normal that I have some sicknesses. But Ananda has not reached such a realm. So the Shravakas and the Arhats have not reached such a realm. But please don't forget that the point here is that although Vimalakirti was talking about this, that it would still return to Sakyamuni Buddha, so that you should not undermine all spiritual cultivators. So although so like scholars or PhDs can talk about very high things, but you cannot undermine the Sravakas. And even the great bodhisattvas were also reprimanded by Vimalakirti because they have not reached such the realm of the Vimalakirti. So the sutra was is teaching us about the path of the greater vehicle. And then, of course, all Dharma cannot be spoken, but who spoke the most is Vimalakirti in this Vimalakirti Sutra. So, going back to the Vajra Sutra, non-dwelling, non-phenomena, practicing good Dharma, you will attain Anuttara Sarvasambhati, and just follow, and that will be right. And just don't do anything that lack wisdom. So, da, come and go. Da, coming and going. So everything is suchness, and that's Tathagata. Thank you, Grandmaster.
好，今天就讲到这里。Om Mani Padme Hum。